Hello, I'm Chris Williams and welcome to my video blog for Sunday the 20th of June 2010. Right, so as I start this video blog, and of course, the problem with video blogging is that you can watch me at a time which is not the date that I posted the video, but I suppose tonight's video, which I'm doing, is true for all times. Two main TV channels here in the United Kingdom, the BBC, which is funded by the licence payer, the public who pay tax, and independent television, who are funded by adverts. So you've got public sector versus private sector. Now, I don't know why this TV show is so popular, but here in the United Kingdom, there's a TV show on the BBC which has this theme tune. Yeah, a spot of air trumpet playing there. But yeah, when I normally hear that tune, I then know it's time to either turn the TV off or turn over. But that's different into a show called The One Show, which obviously comes on BBC One, and it's put by two people, a Northern Irish woman called Christine Bleakley, who says, "Hello, I'm Christine Bleakley," and her fellow presenter is a man from Birmingham called Adrian Chiles, who says, "Hello, I'm Adrian Chiles," and of course, the big media example is that Adrian Chiles, who of course is full of life. Not, he's extremely boring and dull and so on. He's been enticed by a lot of money to quit the BBC to go over and be the face of football and breakfast television on ITV. Of course, him and Christine Bleakley, they have a good partnership on the One Show, so she's now been enticed from the BBC to join Adrian Chiles over on ITV, where they're going to appear on breakfast television together, and apparently she has been promised a big Saturday night extravaganza type show. And what I'm getting at with this, this is not the first time that presenters have quit the BBC, the public-funded TV station, to go to ITV, the private-funded TV station. Now, it's all to do with money at the end, and as the title of this video blog implies, this is going to be a rant against people like Christine Bleakley, who, as she said in a statement tonight that she's issued to the media, she said that she enjoys working on The One Show, and it's a fantastic show in her opinion. Her opinion, not mine. The One Show is boring, they should axe it. But she says that she enjoys working on the show, but the offer from ITV was too big for her to turn down. So see, all to do with money. Never mind that you have a reputation for producing an excellent show on the BBC, because you can get lots of money on ITV for a show which no one is going to watch, and which is like to be axed after a few series. ITV is all about money rather than substance. Their most watched programmes at Christmas time, and the whole year round for that matter, are soap operas like Emmerdale and Coronation Street. At Christmas 2009, the top 10 TV viewings for Christmas Day, 9 of the shows were on BBC One. Only one of the shows in the top 10 was ITV's Coronation Street, and that is an indictment of ITV being obsessed with soap operas and talent shows as well. That they run out the X Factor, just for a few weeks, has loads of viewers, then it finishes, it goes away, ITV's viewers then go through the floor again, and then they say, what are we going to do? Oh, I know, let's bring out I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. So viewing figures go up, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here comes to an end, and it's back to the name, then it's back to the same normal diet of drivel. The BBC, on the other hand, has a reputation for excellent news output, excellent innovative drama and documentaries and factual programmes, but ITV, as I say, they just do Monday night Coronation Street, Tuesday night Coronation Street. But I know definitely in the case of sport, big anchor type figures who they employ to present the sport, Des Lynam was a popular football presenter here in the United Kingdom who used to present the BBC's football highlight show Match of the Day. And ITV said to him, "Hey Des, we don't show football, but do you want to come and work for us?" And he said, "Oh yeah, sure, you don't do any football, but I'll come and work for you." So BBC, showing the football, lost Des Lynam, the football presenter, to a TV channel that didn't show football. And then along came ITV with their checkpoint and said, "We will pay double what the BBC spend to show football." And the people who awarded the contract, they said, "Yes, you've got Des Lynam, so therefore we'll give you the football." Nobody watched it, but it was on at the wrong time of evening. Rather than being on at 10:30 like the BBC did, it took on at 7 o'clock in the evening when people were out. So the show was a complete flop, and indeed they axed it after a while, and Des Lynam ended up saying he wished he hadn't left the BBC in the end. Of course, what did the BBC do? They didn't spend that loads of money to get someone from ITV to come and present their new football show. Instead, they got the well-known footballer Gary Lineker, and they trained him, upon his retirement, they trained him to become a kind of TV presenter. So he knows nothing about TV presenting, but it doesn't matter. He used to be a footballer. He will do. Same is true with the Formula One. Steve Ryder, a respected journalist, he was the rather debonair face of Formula One presentation on the BBC. But then when the BBC lost the Formula One, ITV tried to persuade Steve Ryder to quit the BBC to join them. But he said, "No thanks, I'm happy on the BBC." So they got their own Jim Rosenthal to present, and he was castigated for being wooden with his presentation. In the end, they sacked Rosenthal. They then offered Steve Ryder loads of money, and he's feeling disenfranchised at the BBC, apparently according to Wikipedia. So he then said, "Yes, I'll come on work for ITV now to do the motor racing." And of course, what happened? ITV, as is the case now, ran short of money. They terminated their Formula One contract. They sent it back to the BBC, and Ryder went to the BBC and said, "Well, I'm available. Would you like me to present your BBC show?" And they said, no. Again, as they did with the football, they trained someone in-house on the cheap to present it. Jake Humphrey from Children's Television now presents the Formula One, whereas Steve Ryder is now unemployed because ITV have moved him aside so that their new big purchase, Adrian Chiles from the One Show, can be the face of football and breakfast television. And this is all going on while the regional news ITV puts out is seriously in debt and faces a risk of being axed altogether, leaving the BBC with a monopoly for news presentation. So see, ITV, the home of poor programmes and big money-grabbing celebrities, whereas the BBC is the home of excellent TV programmes presented by amateurish presenters on a shoestring budget. Of course, I barely watch ITV myself. I only watch BBC. And definitely, of course, if you miss programmes here in the United Kingdom, you can watch them, you can catch up with them on the BBC iPlayer. ITV was dependent on the BBC to supply them with the interactive player technology so that they could launch their own catch-up service, but that only shows half the programmes that ITV puts out, because ITV is bound by contracts it's got with the individual independent production companies, because ITV don't make their own programmes, they pay for private companies to make the programmes, and then they pay money to show those programmes. To be honest, I don't think the modern British television society needs ITV. It won't be too much of a loss if ITV would go bust, in my opinion. Okay, at least then that will be the end of Coronation Street, with its Ken Barlow character, who has been in it for, I think it's 50 years this year. Right, so that's all I want to say for now. Do join for more videos in the next few days, weeks, and months. But until next time, it's bye for now. Bye bye.